Dear listener, I remember a video my aunt messaged me a couple of years ago. I remembered the littered site of the Circus Maximus. A concert ended, and while I cannot remember the name of the artist, I remember the phrase, bread and circus, as Juvenal put it. Bread and circus, and it's a fitting phrase to say the least, even if satiric. Bread and circus. I think of Roman crowds cheering from their seats, watching the races, and a stadium that once stood where this picnic ground rests, where today we hold our latest types of bread and circus. Concerts, soccer victory celebrations, and they do not even have to exist within the city of Rome's great circle. We still cheer madly for intense races, Formula One, MotoGP, NASCAR, and we gather to watch the latest shows, whether in theaters, performance halls, auditoriums, or digital screens. It's all bread and circus for the masses. Now, it's just a great empty circle. Even after it burned down in the fire, we'll build a new colossal stadium for them. The shows went on. The shows had to go on. We have a scandal? Give them a few games. We have a famine? Do we have a plague? The show must go on. Races or slaughters, comedies, tragedies, music, speeches. Give them some great shows in that large circle and some free bread on the side. They love bread. They cannot afford to know what's going on. That the currency has been plummeting. That the food shortage has been worsening. That barbarians are at our gates. That the whole empire has been crumbling. Worst of all, they cannot know that it was us, Emperor and Senate, who holds the blame. They cannot know that their trusted leaders had complacently squandered their future. Sadly, the time came for the shows to end. And with that came centuries of darkness. Fortunately, it was temporary. New masses, new leaders, new distractions. Location, bread and circus. It just keeps going. Yet, this historic site where the masses were once entertained lies between two of Rome's 7 hills, the Palatine and the Aventine. And according to the legend, it was the basis of a tragic feud where Romulus wanted the city to be built on the Palatine hill, and Remus wanting Rome to be built on the Aventine. And this tragic feud resulted in the death of Remus at the hands of Romulus. Thus, Romulus built his city upon the Palatine hill. It was not only the home of the king of Rome and the future emperors, but also that of the patricians. And on the other side is the Aventine, as if it was a reminder of Rome's tragic basis. How strange that between the two reminders of Rome's Cain and Abel lies the heart of the Roman identity, indulgence. That was their tragic flaw, indulgence. Never mind the Forum, never mind the Capitoline Wolf or the Colosseum or any of the 7 hills. The Circus Maximus was the heart and soul of Rome, because today it serves as a reminder of what Rome once was and how it came to end. They had their fun cheering at whatever spectacle in whatever arena as the end of the empire drew near. They had their bread and circus, didn't they? They were so immersed with their own bread and circus that they could not be bothered by the reminders of that legend of when Romans turned against Romans. So, they could not be bothered by civil wars that destroyed the political, economic, and cultural infrastructure that held the empire together. Thanks to self-serving politicians and power-hungry generals who already divided a weakened and outmatched military, thus irresponsibly allowing foreign invaders to infiltrate and slowly destroy the empire decade after decade. Then again, Maybe Rome had to fall so that future civilizations can learn from its mistake. And there is still much learning to be done. Do you think there's still time to learn? Do you? Now that I think of it, I can't really blame the Romans for giving in to bread and circus. It was their outlet to a stressful life. It was all about getting through the day. After all, it was hard to be a saint in the Roman city. Come to think of it, I still can't remember who gave that concert in the Circus Maximus from the video that my aunt sent me. Anyway, food for thought.